Welcome to the Lincoln Bio Podcast, your one-stop destination for life-changing insights on health, wealth, legal education, relationships, and more. Ready to level up? Let's dive into the knowledge designed to transform your life.
All right, so ready to ditch those fad diets and finally get real about healthy eating.
For real.
Okay, so today we are diving deep into the Foolproof Diet.
Yeah.
This book, it basically promises to be like our guide through this crazy world of, healthy eating and weight loss.
Yeah.
But we're not just going to list off the rules from the book. We're going to really try to unpack why these principles actually work and give you the tools to, actually change those stubborn habits.
Love that.
So think of this as your roadmap to a healthier lifestyle without feeling totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think what really stood out to me, how the book tackles this whole obesity epidemic thing. It doesn't just blame people for making bad choices.
Yeah.
It acknowledges how hard it is to resist the siren song of processed foods and quick fixes in our modern world.
It's everywhere you turn, there's
everywhere.
Sugary drinks and tempting treats.
Oh my gosh.
But then the book kind of flips the script and says,
interesting.
Hey, before you even think about changing your diet, you've got to understand yourself.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it brings in this whole self-awareness thing.
I like that.
And the book argues that the key to actually lasting change is not just tracking what you eat, but understanding the why behind those choices.
The why, yes.
So it's more than just, writing down ate a whole pizza in your food journal.
Exactly. It's about connecting those dots between your food choices and your emotional state.
So how am I feeling when I'm reaching for certain foods?
Did you reach for that bag of chips?
Yeah.
Because you were actually hungry?
Right.
Or were you stressed or bored or maybe even celebrating?
It's like becoming a detective of your own eating habits. It's like the case of the disappearing cookies. Was it a late night craving?
Yes.
Or a case of the Monday blues?
That's such a good analogy.
Thanks.
So your food journal basically becomes your evidence locker.
I love that.
Helping you identify those patterns and triggers that lead to those unhealthy choices.
Okay.
And the book actually calls these problem foods.
Okay.
These are the sneaky culprits that sabotage our best intentions.
And I think we all have them, right?
You've all have them.
For me, late at night, it's ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
It's calling my name.
Totally.
But the book doesn't advocate for, going cold turkey on everything you love, does it?
Not at all, actually. It warns against making drastic changes.
Yeah.
The foolproof approach is all about gradual change.
The gradual change, okay.
So instead of eliminating entire food groups or going on a crash diet, it encourages you to just make these small, manageable swaps.
But isn't that just a slower way to fail? Wouldn't it be more effective to just rip off the Band-Aid and overhaul everything all at once?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's a really common misconception.
Okay.
The book argues that those radical changes are rarely sustainable.
Okay.
It's like trying to learn a new language by memorizing the entire dictionary overnight. You'll probably just feel overwhelmed and give up.
So it's more about building a foundation.
Yes.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick, exactly.
Rather than trying to construct the whole house in a day.
Exactly. Small changes are easier to stick with, and over time, they add up.
Got it.
To big results.
They snowball.
They snowball.
Okay, that makes sense. But change is hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about knowing what to do.
Right.
It's about actually doing it.
Yes.
And that's where the mental game comes in, right?
Absolutely. The book dedicates an entire section
to
the psychological aspects of weight loss.
Okay.
Emphasizing the importance of mindset, motivation, and even self-compassion.
So it's not just about willpower.
Or white-knuckling your way through cravings.
Not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, the book argues that relying solely on willpower is a recipe for disaster.
Because we all have our breaking points.
Exactly. We all have our breaking points.
Okay.
Instead, it encourages you to develop strategies for managing those inevitable moments of weakness.
Yeah.
One technique it suggests is called the HALT method.
Halt. Stop everything you're doing.
Exactly. Before you give in to that craving, pause and ask yourself, am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired?
Oh, that's actually brilliant.
It's so simple.
I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
So often we're eating for reasons other than physical hunger.
Other than physical hunger, yes.
So if you're stressed or bored or lonely, address those underlying emotions instead of just reaching for that quick fix.
Exactly.
So instead of grabbing a bag of chips when you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe try going for a walk, calling a friend, or taking a relaxing bath. Exactly. It's about finding healthier ways to cope.
I love that.
With those emotions.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about understanding our eating habits.
Yes.
Managing our mindset. But what about the actual food?
Yeah.
What does the Foolproof Diet recommend we eat?
So the book emphasizes the importance of a balanced and nutritious diet with a focus on whole, unprocessed foods.
Okay, so far so good. That sounds pretty standard for any healthy eating plan.
Right.
But does it get more specific?
It does. It breaks down the key components of a healthy diet, including the power of water, the importance of lean protein, and the benefits of both healthy fats and fiber.
All right, let's unpack those one by one.
Okay.
Starting with water. Why is it such a big deal for weight loss?
Water is often overlooked,
Okay.
but it plays a crucial role in weight management.
Okay.
First of all, it helps you feel full.
Okay.
And can even help curb those pesky cravings.
Okay. Wait, are you saying that I could actually mistake thirst for hunger?
Absolutely. It happens more often than you think.
Really?
Next time you feel a craving coming on,
Okay.
try drinking a glass of water first.
Okay.
You might be surprised how often that craving disappears.
That's a great tip because it's so much easier to reach for a snack than to actually like pause and think.
Yeah.
Does my body actually need this?
What do I really need?
Yeah.
Exactly. And beyond like managing cravings, water also boosts your metabolism and helps your body flush out toxins.
Oh, wow.
It's basically nature's detoxifier.
So it's like hitting the reset button for your body.
Exactly. And it's calorie-free.
Oh, I like that part.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold on the water thing.
All right.
Now let's talk about protein.
Okay.
It's always touted as like the key to building muscle. But how does that actually translate to weight loss?
So protein is essential for building and repairing tissues.
Okay.
But it also plays a crucial role in weight management.
Okay.
It helps you feel full and satisfied, which can prevent overeating.
So like a protein-rich breakfast could help me avoid that mid-morning donut craving.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Additionally, protein helps boost your metabolism.
Oh, I like that.
Meaning you burn more calories throughout the day, even at rest.
More calories burned without even trying.
Yes.
I like that, but I've heard that too much protein can be bad for you.
There can be.
Is there such a thing as too much of a good thing?
There can be, but the book emphasizes the importance of choosing lean protein sources.
Lean protein sources.
Think grilled chicken or fish beans, lentils, tofu, and even Greek yogurt.
Okay.
These options provide protein without a lot of saturated fat.
Got it. So it's about quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity.
What about those healthy fats that everyone's talking about?
Right.
Aren't all fats supposed to be like the enemy of weight loss?
That's another common misconception.
Okay.
Healthy fats are actually essential for a variety of bodily functions, including hormone production, cell growth, and nutrient absorption.
Okay.
They can also help you feel full and satisfied,
Okay.
which can prevent overeating.
So avocado toast isn't off the menu?
Avocado toast is not off the menu.
Okay, good. I was worried about that one.
The book lists avocado nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon as great sources of healthy fats.
All right, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about fiber.
Okay.
I know it's good for digestion.
Yes.
But how does it actually help with weight loss?
So fiber is a type of carbohydrate that your body can't digest.
Okay.
It adds bulk to your diet, which helps you feel full and satisfied, and it slows down the absorption of sugar, which can help regulate blood sugar levels.
So it's like a double whammy against cravings and energy crashes.
Exactly.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, this is all great information.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
Life gets busy.
Life is busy.
How do you actually put all of this into practice?
So that's where the book's emphasis on planning comes in.
Okay.
It strongly advocates for meal prepping and mindful eating.
Okay, let's start with meal prepping.
Right.
I'll admit I've tried it before.
Yeah.
And it always ends up with me eating the same boring salad.
The same boring salad?
For like a week straight.
Yeah.
Any tips for making it a little less monotonous?
Yes. The book encourages you to get creative.
Okay.
And think outside the salad bowl.
Okay.
Try batch cooking grains like quinoa or brown rice, roasting a variety of vegetables, or prepping protein sources like hard-boiled eggs or grilled chicken.
So it's more about having those building blocks ready to go.
Ready to go.
Rather than like pre-packaging every single meal.
Exactly.
Okay, that takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
What about mindful eating? Is that just a fancy way of saying like chew your food?
It's more than that.
Okay.
Mindful eating is about paying attention to your body's cues and savoring each bite.
Okay.
It's about slowing down, putting away distractions, and truly experiencing your food.
So no more scrolling through Instagram.
Ideally, no.
While shoveling in dinner.
Yes.
Okay.
When you eat mindfully, you're more likely to recognize your body's signals of fullness, which can prevent overeating.
That makes a lot of sense because we're so used to like multitasking, rushing through meals, that we lose touch with the actual act of eating.
We lose touch with the pleasure of eating.
Yeah.
And when you slow down and savor your food, you're more likely to enjoy it, which can lead to greater satisfaction and less of a need to overindulge.
So it's about quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity once again.
Once again.
Yeah.
This is all incredibly insightful. But I'm curious about one more thing.
Okay.
Does the Foolproof Diet ever mention cheat days?
So it doesn't use the term cheat days. But it does acknowledge the importance of flexibility and allowing yourself occasional indulgences.
Okay, because let's be realistic. No one can be perfect all the time.
No one can be perfect.
Yeah.
The book recommends the 80-20 rule.
80-20, okay.
Which means aiming to eat healthy 80% of the time and allowing yourself some flexibility the other 20%.
But isn't that just an excuse to cheat?
It's not an excuse to cheat. It's about finding a balance that allows you to enjoy life's pleasures without derailing your progress.
So it's okay to have that slice of pizza or that scoop of ice cream every now and then?
Every now and then, yes.
As long as you're making those healthy choices.
The majority of the time.
A majority of the time.
Exactly. It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle, not a restrictive diet that you can't wait to break free from.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Self-awareness, gradual change.
Yes.
The power of water and protein.
Yes.
The importance of planning and mindful eating. And even the 80-20 rule.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
But remember, you don't have to implement everything at once.
Okay, good point.
Choose one or two things that resonate with you and start there.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So before the break, we were talking about how the Foolproof Diet really emphasizes like a holistic approach to weight loss.
Yeah.
It's not just about like what you eat.
Right.
It's about understanding your mindset, your habits, your overall lifestyle.
We talked about like those problem foods, the importance of water, the benefits of protein and fiber.
Yeah.
And even like the 80-20 rule.
Right.
But what about exercise? Does the book like advocate for hours of sweating it out at the gym?
It definitely emphasizes the importance of movement.
Okay.
But it doesn't prescribe like a one-size-fits-all workout plan.
Okay.
Instead, it encourages you to find activities you enjoy that fit into your lifestyle.
So no need to force myself into those like high-intensity boot camps?
Yeah.
If I'd rather be like hiking in the woods or dancing in my living room.
Exactly. The key is to move your body regularly and find ways to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
The book even suggests like incorporating movement into your daily routine.
Like taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yeah, those are great examples.
Okay.
It's about making those small conscious choices throughout the day that add up to a more active lifestyle.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
It's about finding ways to move your body.
Right.
That feel good and don't feel like a chore.
Exactly.
But let's be honest, when most people think about weight loss, they think about calories.
Calories,
Does the Foolproof Diet even like delve into
It does.
the dreaded topic of calorie counting?
It does, but it approaches it from a different angle.
Okay.
Instead of obsessing over like the numbers, it encourages you to understand the basic principles of energy balance.
So it's more about understanding the concept of calories in versus calories out.
Exactly.
Rather than like meticulously tracking every single bite.
Exactly. The book explains that to lose weight, you need to create a calorie deficit. Which means burning more calories than you consume.
Calories out.
Yes, but it stresses that this doesn't have to involve restrictive dieting or deprivation.
So how do you create a calorie deficit without feeling like you're constantly starving yourself?
The book recommends focusing on making healthier food choices, increasing your activity levels, and gradually reducing your portion sizes.
So it's about making like sustainable changes to your
Yes,
overall lifestyle
exactly.
rather than resorting to those like extreme measures.
Exactly, and it warns against
Okay.
those quick fix diets that promise rapid weight loss.
Right, because those often backfire
They do.
and can even be harmful to your health.
Yeah.
But what about those times when you hit a plateau?
Yes.
You're doing everything right,
Uh-huh.
but the scale just won't budge.
Yes.
Does the book address those like frustrating moments?
It does. It acknowledges that
Correct.
weight loss plateaus are common
Yeah,
and can be incredibly discouraging,
for sure.
but it emphasizes that they're a normal part of the process
Okay.
and don't mean you're failing.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
But how do you break through a plateau?
Okay.
Does the book offer any like strategies?
It suggests several approaches.
Okay.
One is to reassess your calorie intake
Okay.
as you lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Your body needs fewer calories
Okay.
to maintain its new size, so you may need to adjust your intake accordingly.
That makes sense. So your metabolism
Yes.
is recalibrating.
Exactly. The book also suggests
Absolutely.
experimenting with different types of exercise
Mm.
or increasing the intensity of your workouts.
So if you've been doing the same routine for a while,
Right.
your body may have adapted,
Yes.
and it's time to shake things up.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Another strategy the book suggests
Okay.
is to focus on building muscle.
Okay.
Muscle burns more calories than fat,
Okay.
even at rest.
Okay.
So increasing your muscle mass
Mm-hmm.
can help boost your metabolism
Okay.
and break through that plateau.
Okay. So hit the weights and fuel those muscles.
Exactly.
But what about like the mental game of weight loss?
Yeah.
Those times when you just feel discouraged or
Mhm.
tempted to give up.
Yeah.
Does the book offer any guidance on like staying motivated?
It emphasizes the importance of setting realistic goals,
Okay.
focusing on progress rather than perfection,
Mm-hmm.
and celebrating your successes
Yeah.
along the way.
So no more beating yourself up over
No.
every little slip up.
Exactly.
It's about acknowledging those challenges.
Yes.
And focusing on the bigger picture.
Exactly. It also encourages you to find ways
Okay.
to make the journey enjoyable.
Because if you're constantly depriving yourself
Right.
and feeling miserable,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time
It's only a matter of time.
before you give up.
Right. The book suggests, like,
Right.
experimenting with new healthy recipes,
Mm-hmm.
finding activities you love,
Okay.
and surrounding yourself with a supportive network
Okay.
of friends and family
Yeah.
who encourage your goals.
So it's about creating a lifestyle
Yeah.
that supports your well-being,
Absolutely.
both physically and mentally.
The Foolproof Diet is more than just a set of rules. It's a guide to cultivating
Okay.
a healthier and happier relationship
Okay.
with food and your body.
I love that. It's about making choices that nourish you
Mhm.
from the inside out.
From the inside out.
But what about those times when those cravings hit?
Right.
You know those moments
Yeah.
when you just can't resist that slice of pizza
Yeah.
or that scoop of ice cream.
I know.
Does the book offer any advice?
It encourages you
Okay.
to be mindful of those cravings
Okay.
and to explore what's driving them.
So it's back to the LT method we discussed earlier.
Yeah,
Are you hungry, angry, lonely, or tired?
exactly. Often those cravings
Ah.
are triggered by emotions or situations
Okay.
rather than actual physical hunger.
Okay, so pause, assess,
Yeah.
and address that underlying need.
Address the need.
But what if it is genuine hunger?
Okay.
Does the book have any suggestions
It does.
for like healthy snacks
Yes.
that can satisfy those cravings
Yeah.
without derailing your progress?
It provides a whole list
Okay.
of delicious and nutritious
Okay.
snack options.
Okay.
Think fruits and vegetables with nut butter,
Okay.
Greek yogurt with berries,
Oh,
or
yes.
even a small handful of nuts.
Those all sound pretty tempting.
Yeah.
But what about portion control?
Yes.
That's something I personally struggle with,
I hear you.
especially when it comes to snacking.
The book emphasizes the importance of being mindful
Okay.
of portion sizes, even with healthy snacks.
Okay.
It suggests pre-portioning snacks
Okay.
into small containers or baggies
Okay.
to avoid overeating.
That's a great tip. because it's so easy to just mindlessly munch away when you're staring at a giant bag of chips.
I know.
Yeah, but what about those social situations?
Yeah.
You know those times when you're out with friends or family?
Yeah.
And there are tempting treats everywhere.
Yes.
Does the book offer any guidance on, like, navigating those scenarios?
It encourages you to be prepared.
Okay.
And to have a plan. If you know you're going to be in a situation where there will be tempting foods, eat a healthy meal beforehand.
Okay.
So you're not as hungry.
That's smart.
Yeah. It's so much easier to resist temptation when you're not starving.
Totally. And remember the 80-20 rule.
Yes, the 80-20 rule.
It's okay to indulge occasionally.
Yes.
Especially in social settings.
Especially in social settings.
The key is to make conscious choices.
Yes.
And to savor those treats.
Savor those.
Without guilt.
Without the guilt.
I love that it's about finding that balance between enjoying life and making those healthy choices.
Yes.
But what about those long-term goals?
Right.
Does the book offer any advice on like staying motivated?
It does.
And maintaining those healthy habits over time?
It emphasizes the importance of finding your why.
Your why.
Why is it important for you to lose weight and live a healthier lifestyle?
So it's about connecting with your deeper motivations.
Exactly. When you have a strong why, you're more likely to stick with it, even when things get tough.
Yeah.
The book also suggests setting small, achievable goals and tracking your progress along the way.
Those are great tips.
Yeah.
It's so much more motivating to see those small wins adding up over time.
It really is.
But what about setbacks?
Yeah.
We all have them.
We all have setbacks.
Does the book offer any advice?
Yes.
On dealing with those moments of weakness? Or those times when you kind of fall off track?
It encourages you to view setbacks as learning experiences rather than failures. It's okay to slip up every now and then.
Yeah.
The important thing is to get back on track and not let one mistake derail your entire journey.
So it's about progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection.
Once again.
Once again.
Right.
And it's about being kind to yourself.
Okay.
Weight loss is a journey.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy. There will be ups and downs.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that you're capable of achieving your goals.
Okay. I like that positive message.
Yeah.
This has been incredibly insightful.
Thank you.
The Foolproof Diet really seems to go beyond the typical diet book.
Yeah.
And address all those, like, mental and emotional aspects of weight loss that are often overlooked.
Yeah, often overlooked.
But before we wrap things up, there's one more topic I want to touch on.
Okay.
Sleep.
Okay.
What does the book have to say about the connection between sleep and weight loss?
It emphasizes the importance of getting enough sleep for both physical and mental well-being. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol. Which can lead to increased appetite and cravings, particularly for sugary and high-fat foods.
So getting a good night's sleep
could
actually help curb those cravings.
Absolutely. Additionally, when you're well rested, you have more energy to make healthy choices. And to engage in physical activity.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's like everything is connected.
Everything's connected.
So to sum it up, the Foolproof Diet advocates for like a holistic approach to weight loss that encompasses nutrition, exercise mindset, and even sleep.
And sleep.
Exactly. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being.
Yes.
Not just a temporary fix to lose a few pounds.
Exactly. I agree.
I love that. This has been incredibly eye-opening. We've covered so much ground.
We have.
From understanding our own habits and cravings to the importance of exercise, sleep, and even the role of calories.
Right.
But I think what's resonated with me the most is the book's emphasis on self-compassion.
Yeah.
And making those sustainable changes. That you can actually stick with over time.
Absolutely. I agree. It's about creating a lifestyle that nourishes you from the inside out.
Well said. Now, before we wrap things up completely, I want to hear from our listeners. What's one thing that's resonated with you so far? What's one small change you're feeling inspired to make?
Yes.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. I feel like we've covered so much in this deep dive into the Foolproof Diet that it's easy to feel kind of overwhelmed.
Which is a lot.
Right. But that's actually like the opposite of what this book is all about.
Exactly. It's not about adding like a million to-dos to your life.
Right.
It's about understanding the core principles.
Okay.
And then finding what works for you.
Right.
It's like they say,
okay,
give a person a fish they eat for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Teach a person to fish.
They become a healthy eating ninja.
Exactly.
Okay. But seriously.
Yeah.
Let's try to distill this down to like the most actionable advice. If someone's listening and they're ready to ditch the fad diets and make a real change, where should they even begin?
So the first step, and this is echoed throughout the book, is self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Okay. That food journal we talked about, don't underestimate its power.
Because it's not just about counting calories.
Right.
It's about understanding the why.
The why,
behind those late-night ice cream binges.
Precisely. You start to see patterns.
Okay.
Maybe stress eating is a bigger issue than you realize, or certain social situations.
Yeah.
Make healthy choices harder.
Totally.
That's knowledge you can actually use.
Okay, so step one, get that journal going.
Yes.
But then this book is packed with tips.
Yeah.
Where do you prioritize?
So the Foolproof Diet is all about sustainable change.
Okay.
So pick one thing from this deep dive that feels doable today.
Okay.
Maybe it's swapping sugary drinks for water.
Right.
Or adding an extra veggie to each meal.
Okay, so don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight.
No.
Baby steps lead to big changes.
Baby steps, that's the philosophy.
Right.
And as you build those small wins, the motivation snowballs.
Okay.
The book even talks about how our brains are wired for habit formation.
So those little daily choices eventually become automatic.
Yes.
Like brushing your teeth, you don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Okay.
And the book provides tips for making those habits stick.
Okay.
Setting reminders, finding an accountability buddy, rewarding yourself.
Okay.
Non-food rewards, of course.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of rewards, one thing that stood out to me was the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
It feels so much more realistic.
It is.
Than those diets that are all about like restriction.
Yeah, and that's why it's more likely to work long term.
Right.
It's not about being perfect. It's about making choices that support your health. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
It takes the guilt out of enjoying those special occasions.
Okay, so that slice of birthday cake, is it going to like derail your entire progress?
It's not going to derail it.
It's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
And if you do slip up, the book is big on self-compassion.
Self-compassion, yes.
Don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up.
Just acknowledge it. Learn from it.
Yes.
And get back on track.
Get back on track.
It's like learning to ride a bike.
Yeah.
You're going to fall a few times.
You're going to fall.
But you get back on.
You get back up.
And you keep pedaling.
You keep going.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Now, before we let our listener go,
there's
one more thought I want to leave you with.
Okay.
The Foolproof Diet focuses on the how.
The how.
Of healthy eating. But the why is just as important.
The why, yes.
You mean like what's driving your desire to make a change in the first place?
Exactly. Think about it.
Okay.
Is it about fitting into a certain size?
Right. Improving your health, having more energy, connect with that deeper motivation.
Right.
Write it down. Visualize it.
Right.
Whatever works for you.
So when those cravings hit. Or you're tempted to skip a workout. Remembering your why can be so powerful.
It could be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It's fuel for your journey.
Okay.
So as you embark on this path towards a healthier, you remember that it's not just about the food on your plate. It's about the mindset you bring to the table.
Well said.
Thank you.
We've given you a ton to think about today.
We have?
And we hope this deep dive into the Foolproof Diet has been helpful.
I hope so too.
Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress.
That's right.
One small step at a time, you can create a lifestyle that nourishes your body and thrival.
I love that.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Link in Bio podcast. Want to dive deeper into today's topic? Grab your copy now. Just click the link in the description. Stay curious, stay empowered, and we'll see you next time.